was shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Alright everyone, so this is the first YouTube video that I've ever made, so I'm a little nervous, but we're going to work through that together. So this is my 2000 Mustang that I picked up off of an old couple for $300 up in Washington, and needs a little bit of work, but they claim it runs and drives. It kind of runs and drives. We're working that out. So I'm going to take you guys through this little build with me, and maybe post some videos of me out at Pat's Acres, hopefully in this thing. I have a Nissan 240SX, and I've always wanted to get into drifting. And I kind of started to, thought I was Drift King, and was slaying a parking lot with a bunch of my friends and got a $500 ticket. So I went to court and got traffic school for it, and then with the money that I saved going to traffic school, I picked this up. And so we're gonna go drift and try not to get any more tickets. That's why I'm going out to Pat's Acres. It may be evergreen depending on how this thing actually runs, if I can actually get the thing going right, or I might go out there and make an ass out of myself and then never do it again. But we're gonna find out. Alright, so like I was talking about, there are a couple of issues with the car. It does run and drive because we sprayed some starter fluid down through the intake to make sure that it actually would start. And it does, and it will run off the starting fluid, but it's not getting any fuel. And so there's a couple reasons that I think that could be. Cars like this, they have sensors all around the car, and when one of those sensors goes off, when it is in an accident, it'll shut off the fuel pump, and then so the fuel pump won't be pumping any fuel into the engine, and then so it'll just shut off, which is a nice safety precaution just in case you are in a bad accident. But we don't really need it, and we'd much rather have the car start. So we're trying to figure that out. But in the meantime, I thought it would be fun to put some new wheels on the car because I bought some Amistad Grace wheels for my 240. But they would not fit because they're the wrong size tire, and I was going to buy some new tires, but at the same time, I hate Mustang wheels. All Mustang wheels are ugly to me, so we're putting them on. Alright? We're in the trunk because, like I was saying before, Ford has the sensors all around the car that when you get into an accident, it'll cut your fuel pump. And so right now we're looking at the Inertia Switch, which is back here behind all of this stuff. And so I'm gonna try and get you guys a little bit better shot. And so it is that little red button right there. And we want to take that out for two reasons. One, because I think it could be causing the problem of the car not getting fuel. And the other reason is because when we start drifting, a lot of the times little accidents happen. And so I don't want to be tandeming with another car and then, say for example, I tap the car in front of me and then it just cuts my fuel pump, because the car will just shut off and someone will slam into it and make the Mustang look even worse than it already does. So today what we're going to be doing is we're literally just cutting these wires down here, these two pink wires that go into the switch, and then we are just going to use a little butt connector and then put them back together. So we're pretty much just quickly bypassing the switch. So yeah. All right, and so what it is they are two 5.5 millimeter bolts on top of it and on the bottom. So we're going to take this off. All right, and so there it is, a little bit closer. So like I was saying, these two pink, or I guess one is pink and one is a green and yellow. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a razor blade, cut some of this tape back, and then take the butt connectors and connect the two wires and crimp them together, and then hopefully the car will start. All right, so like usual, I can't find the tools that I wanted. And so I got this saw blade, which is going to be a little bit sketchy. There it is, nice up and close. And so what happens is when you get into an accident and it senses, it pushes this button up and then your car just won't start. And so what you're supposed to be able to do is just push the button down and then it should start. But the button is already pushed down, so still haven't really decided if this is actually part of the problem, but we're definitely going to want to take it out anyway, so I figured we might as well just do it now. So this is the ghetto way to strip wires, but I mean it definitely still works. It's just, if I could find my wire strippers, that'd be nice, but I'm sure you guys run into that issue all the time. The second you want something, you can't find it. So now both wires are exposed. I think you guys can kind of see it. I don't know how well you guys actually can, but we'll zoom in. See, like I said, both wires are exposed. And then yeah, so what we do next is we twist these wires up a little bit so they all stay together. All right, and then we are going to crimp that. All right, guys, so I know that the last couple things that I just did were not really the right way to do it, but we're just gonna kind of work it out. Probably after this, I'll probably end up just going and buying another set of wire strippers, even though I know for a fact I have like probably 3 or 4 sets around the house. But I'm going to be using these little pliers, and then they have this little notch right there that actually make a pretty good crimp. All right. So yeah, now it is connected, and so we're going to go try and turn on the car and hopefully it'll start.
Alright, what's going on, guys? So I'm not sitting on the couch right now because I just got the new camera, and so I got it all set up right now, and I'm hoping the quality looks better. I think it does. So Merry Christmas to everyone, because right now it is Christmas time. We've got about 30 minutes until it's no longer Christmas. But so I was just going to say a couple things. So I was going to do the Inertia Switch bypass and the wheels and the Mustang fuel pump all in one video, but then I realized like how long it was actually going to take to put all of the video together, and it was like a 40-minute video, and I was like, can't be posting that to YouTube, so I decided to split it up into 2 different videos. So we did the Inertia Switch and it did not work, and then so right after that I decided it was probably the fuel pump. So then I went and bought a new fuel pump, put it in, and you guys will be finding out if that solves the problem or not. So stick around.